preaching, and all of a sudden one day somebody else said, "What in the world happened to you?" My son, it's a compliment, but it's not all true, but it's a compliment. And if he's listening, I'm talking to you, Matthew. Actually, I think he's meeting with I'm not going to say that anyway. Anyway, Matthew said, "Dad," someone was saying something to my son. Said, "Boy, you and your dad are just partners, aren't you? You guys get along. I never seen two people get along like that. You just guys have fun all the time." Whenever I'd say like that to my son, he'd be down the hallway or something doing something. And I'm working with something that's making noise, and he'd say something. I'd say, "What?" He said, "I love you, Dad." He'd seen this commercial on TV. Oh, y'all seen it too? A commercial on TV, a daddy and son's working in the shop, and the son goes, "I love you, Dad." And he goes, "What?" He said, "I love you, Dad." "Huh?" And then he gets frustrated about not being able to hear, so instead of believing God, he goes and gets him some hearing aids. Well, it helped. And then he's back, he's got his hearing aids, and they're working for him, and they're back in the shop, and the son says, "I love you, Dad." And the dad goes, "What?" And he said, "I love you, Dad." He said, "I heard it first time. I just wanted to hear you say it again." That was the commercial. As negative as it is, that's the commercial. Okay. So, well, Matt would do that to me. He'd go, I'd say, "What?" And he'd say, "I love you, Dad." And I'm going, "Well, I love you too, son." I finally got it after about 3 days of it. Anyway, this guy made a statement and said, "Boy, I tell you what, you and your dad sure love each other." And Matt goes, "Well, he's not the same person." What's wrong? What'd she say?
She said, "Neither is Matt."
Now see, you violated the love commandment right there. You feel bad about that? And so he said, "No, Dad's not the same person." And I'm thinking, you know what? I received that. That don't bother me one bit. I don't look back. I don't want to be the same person tomorrow that I am today. Do you?
No.
I don't want to be less willing and obedient tomorrow. I want to be more willing and obedient. I want us to come to the place, and I want to come to the place where people actually see the glory of God on us, and they see so much of the glory of God that they want to say, "What has happened to you?" See, it's easy for us to say we're a Christian, but when other people say you must be a Christian, something is working. And that's really what we want, isn't it? And I'll tell you the one thing that works better than anything else is to have the right heart and obedience to that commandment of love. It's not hard. We're just not used to it. So turn and tell somebody, "I'm commanded to love you." Somebody say, "Do you love your wife?" "I'm commanded to." "I'm commanded to by God." And they go, "Really?" "Well, I don't want to just do that. I don't want to just love you because I'm commanded to." The reason that the willingness and the obedience needs to manifest and be a part of our heart is because it's not hard and it's not for reward that we do it. We do it because we do love. I'm born of love. Say that. It's easy for me to love. Now here's the key. There are people that's easy to love. There's some of you that love your pets. Well, the thing can't talk. It can't tell you when it's time to go to the bathroom if he's inside or she's inside, whichever it may be. They make mistakes. They bark when you don't want them to bark. They don't sit when you want them to sit. But you say, "I love my dog." It's not the kind of love we're talking about. It's just the fact that we can love anything and anybody means there's a love on the inside of us. Turn and tell somebody, there is a love inside me. I'm receiving that love. I'm born of love. I am love. As He is, so are we in this world. He loves, I love. Start telling yourself that. Remind yourself of it, lest you forget it. Now, I think it's about time for me to start shutting down. I'm looking for my phone. My wife probably got it. She's always got my phone and remote. I don't get that. Y'all know that? Shauna, do you know that? Anybody know that husbands can't find remotes? And they put it somewhere and expect the wife to have a word of knowledge? Remember about me telling you to go do it privately, cry and act silly, and then come back and she'll think you're the big... That's what we need to do. Never admit to a woman you made a mistake. And you won't have to if you hide it. Yeah, listen, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. All men are babies. All men are babies. But women are the toughest, come on girls, the mightiest, the strongest thing God has ever made. Think about it. Took all the ribs we have to make a man, took one to make a woman. That's mighty. That's mighty. That's awesome. Women are powerful. Come on, ladies. Women are intelligent. Smarter than men, braver than men. But see, the Bible says that we are to consider the women as the weaker vessel. It didn't say they were. It's just God's way of making man feel good about himself. Because in a fact, we know, don't we, men? You ain't nothing without that woman. You little chicken. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what happens with a lot of men. There's a noise outside. It's dark. Go see what that is, honey. You know, the doorbell's ringing at 2 o'clock in the morning. Is that the doorbell? Yeah, I think so. Go see who it is. I'm scared. I ain't going out there. You go. Isn't that about the truth, though? And then you go like this, I'm the man of this house. You'll do what I tell you to do. You hear me? Honey, would you call in and tell them I'm sick today? Boy, if I was a woman, I'd say, no! You big sissy, call them yourself. But because women are smarter, more loving, come on, ladies. They always try to help them little old skinny, poor, nasty-looking, weak men. They consider they're only dumb dirt. After all, I'm rib. The woman's rib, we just dirt. Everybody's got prime rib if you got a woman. How's me to get off on all this? I don't remember what I was talking about. I think I'm done. I couldn't find my phone. That's what it was.